Another statistical tool to test the relationship between two or more variables is the Pearson correlation. So when do we use the Pearson correlation? So Pearson tests or Pearson correlation are used to examine relationships between two or more quantitative or numerical variables. So you have to take note that groups must be quantitative or numerical variables. So they measure the strength and direction of the relationship between variables. Okay, so if the graph of the data goes up, okay, there is a positive correlation. But if it is going down, okay, so there is a negative correlation. But if the data is scattered, meaning to say there is no correlation or there is no relationship between those variables. Okay, so correlation coefficient ranges from negative to positive value. So a negative correlation indicates that high values on one variable are associated with low values on the other variable, whereas a positive correlation indicates that high values of one variable are associated with high values of the variable. So, example, a positive correlation between salary and expenditures means that the higher your salary, the higher your expenses is. Okay? Another example, a negative correlation between the number of absences and the score during exams means that the more absences you take place in the class, the lower your score is during exams. Okay? So this is true where some of the researches has been conducted to test whether the number of absences and score of the students are correlated. Okay, this one. Okay, so there is no correlation between your height and your expenditure. Okay, so when you graph the data, okay, it becomes scattered. Okay, since there is no a correlation between the height and the expenditures of the person. Okay, so again, the p-value tells us whether there is a relationship between variables. Okay, so if the p-value is less than 0.05, again, there is a relationship between those variables. Okay, so this is the interpretation for Pearson R. Okay, so if the computed R value, okay, is from 0.10 to 0.21, okay, so the relationship is weak. Okay, if it is 0.3 to 0.49, it's moderate, but if it is 0.5 and above, then there is a strong relationship between those variables. Okay, so the sign of the relationship does not indicate the strength. Okay, so negative 0.5 is the same as 0.5, but the only difference is the direction, okay, of the data. So R is the symbol for correlation coefficient. So example, so let us open a data on weight management activity. Our inferential question is there a relationship between weight and BMI of the participants? Okay, so both dependent and independent variable are numerical data. Okay, they are both quantitative data. So let's open a file. Okay, so this is the weight management file. So again, click analyze. Okay, so this time we look correlate and then click by rate. Okay, and then we transfer those variables that we want to test. The initial weight, click the arrow, and the initial BMI. Okay, so you notice that Pearson R has been checked in this box. So just click OK and wait for the result. Okay, so this is the result of our test. Okay, this is the result of our test. Now let's try to interpret the output. Okay, so this is our output now. Again, our inferential question would be, is there a relationship between the initial weight and the initial BMI of the participants? So if you look into the p-value here, it's less than 0.05 level of significance. And the Pearson R, okay, the Pearson R coefficient is 0.9, which is close to 1. So we could now conclude that there is a high relationship, okay, higher relationship between these two variables. Okay, so take a look on this sample right up. A Pearson correlation analysis was conducted to examine whether there is a relationship between weight and BMI. So the results revealed a significant and strong positive relationship because, as you can see, the R coefficient, okay, is closer to 1, okay, which is 0.913, and the p-value is less than 0.05. So this means that the higher your score, the higher your BMI. So okay, then I have also included some of the article that would support our claim. Okay, if our claim that there is a relationship between the two. So the result of the present study is similar to the study of Islam et al. Showed that weight and height among males and females is significantly correlated. Okay, so this statement supported our claim that there is a relationship between the weight and height of the participants. Okay, may also try this. Okay, without any data, is weight significantly correlated with expenditures? So you may comment below your answer.